Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be ending the recirculation motor saga once and for all. No more 3D printed parts. As you can see, this one broke off and it happened shortly after the installation. As I said, I'm going to be fixing this problem permanently, and I'm going to be installing this aluminum part which is going to outlive the car. If you want to get it, I'm going to put a link down in the description below. The garage would charge you at least 300 or 400 euros for this job because they would remove the dash. In one of the previous videos I showed you how to do this job yourself without the dash removal, but today I'm going to give you a few more tips on how to make this job a whole lot easier. And if we take a closer look, right there, there's our recirculation motor. I'm gonna undo the connector first. So you can see right here we got this clip that we need to press in. I'm gonna start with that 6mm screw. And here's our motor is finally out, and you can see this blue piece, it broke off again at the same spot. So we're gonna go and put a metal piece in there now. Now if you checked out our last video, I basically used the string to guide this hard to reach screw in. However, one of you gave me a great idea. I'm just gonna cut a small slit right there. I'm gonna first put the screw in, and then I'm just gonna slide the motor in. Initially I was worried that there was gonna be too much pressure on this mount and I didn't want to weaken it. However, when I put this piece of aluminum on, you can see that there is a small guide inside this arm, and basically this thick piece of plastic goes inside of it. Now that again essentially stops this part when it goes one way or the other, so there is no pressure on any of the screws. Now again, I'm just gonna use my string to put the screw in its place. Alright, now as you can see, the screw is in the spot. One of the trickiest things that you're gonna have to face during this little job is gonna be screwing in that hard to reach screw. For that reason, I've come up with this idea of taking this spanner and my spare 6mm socket, which I've cut in half. So essentially I'm just gonna put it right here, and I'm gonna glue it in place. Keep in mind that you can even buy these type of spanners in 6mm, but this is gonna be even better since it is longer and it's gonna offer you a significantly better reach. Alright, so that right there is exactly how much you need to screw in that screw so the motor fits perfectly. Alright, so next I'm going to show you how to put the motor in the proper position. When that plastic piece breaks off, the motor can spin freely, and you can see that this flat part points up toward the connector. And if I try to put this new piece on, you can see that the guide is nowhere near, and you can't really put this piece on properly. So what I'm gonna do, I'm basically just gonna plug the motor in, not all the way, so I can pull the connector out easier. I'm gonna turn the ignition on, and now when this flat part gets down, I'm just gonna pull the connector out. And now, as you can see, I can put this piece in without any issues. The next step now is to position this arm somewhere in the middle. That's gonna make the installation a whole lot easier. So again, I'm gonna plug in the connector. I'm gonna hit the recirculation button and unplug it, and you can see that it's somewhere in the middle. It's not exactly there, but this is gonna be good. All right, now that we got one of our screws in for this slot and that we prepared our motor, I gotta give you one more tip. So the first thing that you want to plug in, you want to plug in this pin inside that recirculation flap. After you do that, position the motor so you can slide that screw inside this slot. When you do that, just position the motor properly so you can put the screw back in. So just to repeat it, put in this pin first and then slide this slot over the screw. Alright, so I'm pushing the flap up, and I'm gonna slide that slot in the screw, and that's it. Next, I'm just gonna place the motor like this, and I gotta put this screw back in. Alright, so there you go, the screw is in. Now I gotta screw it in all the way, and I'm pretty much done. I'm gonna put my glove on so I can screw it in a bit more by hand. I'm gonna put the connector back in. Now let's try it out. And as you can see, our recirculation flap works perfectly. Now that we got that sorted, we're gonna have better heating during the winter and better cooling during the summer. Alright, so that is pretty much it. This is the second time that I've done this job on my car, and for this second time I didn't want to mess with 3D parts again. That's why I went for the aluminum one. As I said in the beginning of the video, is gonna outlive the car. Anyway, that would be all for this video. I hope you find it interesting and useful. If you did, hit that like button and support our channel by subscribing and by sharing our content with the rest of our fisty.